changed your relationship?
It's hard sometimes because I sort of, I have felt sort of publicly bullied a little bit just by, when I read things.
Whispers, headlines, and half-truths, Pippa Middleton's life has sparked endless speculation. From alleged family feuds to rumors about her marriage, the stories have been swirling for years. But what's really going on behind those headlines, and how much of it is even true? Today, we're diving into the claims, the facts, and everything in between.
Have you had a hard time with that?
It's been a bit difficult, yeah.
Before 2011, most people had never even heard of Pippa Middleton. But in an instant, everything changed. The moment she stepped out of that car as Kate Middleton's maid of honor, wearing that figure-hugging dress, she became an overnight sensation. Headlines called her royal hotness. Paparazzi followed her every move. Suddenly, the younger sister of the future Queen of England was a tabloid star in her own right. But with fame came scrutiny. Every relationship, every outfit, every glance was analyzed. And as the years passed, the press seemed determined to find cracks in the perfect image they'd built around her. Stories about her dating life, rumors about secret rivalries, speculation over whether she secretly envied her sister's royal status. Yet despite the noise, Pippa mostly stayed silent. She didn't chase the spotlight. She didn't air her private life. Instead, she quietly built a life of her own, one away from the constant glare of cameras. But even then, the rumors never stopped. And one rumor in particular kept popping up. Trouble in paradise between Pippa and her husband, James Matthews. But is there any truth to it? Next, let's look at the relationship that's fueled more speculation than almost anything else in Pippa's life.
Roles were reversed today as Pippa Middleton walked down the aisle. All attention on her.
When Pippa Middleton married James Matthews in 2017, it looked like a fairy tale. A stunning ceremony, a guest list filled with royalty and high society, and photos that seemed to capture nothing but pure happiness. But almost as soon as the confetti settled, whispers started circulating. Some tabloids claimed the couple's relationship wasn't as perfect as it appeared. Rumors suggested James was too controlling. Others speculated that Pippa felt overshadowed by her sister's royal life, making things tense behind closed doors. Some even alleged that James's family history, particularly his father's connection to a controversial resort in the Caribbean, brought unwanted drama into their marriage. But here's the thing. There's no solid evidence to back up these claims. People close to the couple have consistently described them as solid, private, and deeply committed to each other. And over the years, Pippa and James have kept a low profile, focusing on family and avoiding public scandals. So why do the rumors keep swirling? Some say it's because the press needs a narrative. Others believe it's jealousy over Pippa's picture-perfect life. Whatever the reason, the stories keep popping up, but so far, nothing concrete has ever surfaced. But the marriage rumors aren't the only whispers haunting Pippa's name. Next, let's explore the claims of family tension and whether there's really a royal rift behind the scenes. Ever since Pippa Middleton stood proudly by her sister's side at that unforgettable royal wedding in 2011, she's been linked, sometimes unfairly, to the dramas inside the royal family. And while the cameras caught smiles and sisterly support, gossip columns suggested something much messier beneath the surface. Rumors claimed that Pippa and Catherine's relationship became strained after Catherine officially stepped into her royal role. Some tabloids painted Pippa as jealous of her sister's status, implying she struggled to find her own spotlight while living in Catherine's shadow. Others hinted that royal insiders didn't approve of Pippa's rising celebrity, fearing she might steal attention from more senior royals. And when Prince Harry's relationship with Meghan Markle entered the picture, some claimed the Middleton sisters felt pushed aside by the new royal couple. Online forums and gossip sites spun tales of icy family gatherings and behind-the-scenes tension. But here's the truth. There's no solid proof of any deep rift. In fact, over the years, Pippa and Catherine have been spotted supporting each other at private events, family functions, and even casual outings. Sources close to the family say the sisters remain close, though naturally their lives have gone in very different directions. So while it's tempting to believe the tabloids, the reality appears far less dramatic. No major fallout. No secret rivalries. Just two sisters navigating wildly different public roles. But even as Pippa tried to stay out of royal headlines, another wave of rumors began swirling, this time targeting her personal life in ways no one expected. When Pippa Middleton married hedge fund manager James Matthews in 2017, the world watched as royalty, celebrities, and high society gathered for the glamorous event. But not long after the fairy tale wedding, whispers started circulating, and they weren't about the dress or the guest list. Some tabloids began speculating that Pippa's marriage was in trouble barely a year in. Anonymous sources claimed James's demanding career left Pippa feeling lonely and isolated, fueling rumors of tension behind closed doors. A few reports even suggested that Catherine was quietly worried about her sister's happiness. But here's where the narrative doesn't quite add up. Despite the gossip, Pippa and James have consistently been photographed together, whether enjoying Wimbledon, taking countryside strolls, or traveling as a family. They've welcomed 3 children, with insiders describing their relationship as solid and deeply supportive. And while James's business ventures occasionally landed in the news, none of the stories linked directly to their marriage. It seems much of the speculation was built on little more than public curiosity and a tendency to project royal-level scrutiny onto Pippa's private life. In truth, by all public accounts, Pippa has carved out a balanced, content life, choosing to keep most of her family moments well away from the spotlight. Far from the scandalous split some outlets predicted, she appears grounded and focused on her growing family. But as Pippa embraced motherhood and family life, another set of rumors emerged, this time hinting at a surprising career comeback that had fans buzzing. After settling into family life, many assumed Pippa Middleton had quietly stepped back from the public eye for good. But then out of nowhere, headlines began swirling, suggesting she was plotting an unexpected return to the spotlight. Some outlets claimed she was in talks for a major television role, possibly as a lifestyle presenter. Others hinted she was planning a new book or launching a wellness brand, tapping into her passion for fitness and healthy living. There was even a bizarre rumor circulating online that she'd been approached for a reality show, something that had royal fans both shocked and amused. But how much of this was true? As it turns out, not much. Pippa has never publicly expressed interest in reality TV, and no credible reports ever linked her to such a project. While she did write a party planning book after her sister's royal wedding, sources close to Pippa say she's been content focusing on her family and private charitable work rather than chasing the limelight. In fact, when asked directly about TV offers in the past, insiders have repeatedly shut down the idea, saying Pippa values her privacy and prefers a quieter path than the one thrust upon her after Catherine's royal wedding. And yet, despite the denials, whispers of her imminent comeback continue to pop up every few months, fueled by tabloids eager for another Pippa moment. But so far, Pippa seems perfectly happy letting the world wonder, while she keeps living life on her own terms. Still, the rumors haven't stopped there. Another set of claims surfaced, this time about supposed tensions between Pippa and the royal family, a narrative that left many raising eyebrows. As Pippa kept a lower profile in the years following her wedding, a new narrative began to creep into headlines. Some tabloids hinted at growing tension between Pippa and certain members of the royal family. Stories claimed she felt overshadowed by her sister's royal role, or that she was frustrated by always being compared to Catherine. There were even rumors of supposed jealousy, that Pippa wanted more attention or had tried to outshine her sister at public events. Others went as far as claiming she felt excluded from royal gatherings or key moments. But are any of these claims actually true? Sources close to the family have consistently denied these stories. Those who know Pippa describe her relationship with Catherine as loving and supportive, with no signs of rivalry or resentment. In fact, Pippa has been spotted at numerous family events, smiling alongside her sister William and the rest of the royals. It's important to remember that these narratives often come from unnamed sources in tabloids, not from people genuinely close to the family. Many royal watchers believe the media simply couldn't resist spinning a sisterly rivalry storyline, even when there was no evidence to back it up. And while it's true that Pippa lives a very different life from Catherine, insiders say she's never envied the intense scrutiny and responsibility that comes with being a senior royal. If anything, she's grateful for the freedom to build her own path, one that doesn't involve royal protocol or constant public duties. But just as the media seemed to lose interest in these so-called tensions, another controversy started brewing, this time centered around Pippa's financial life and some very bold accusations. As Pippa's family gained more public attention, the focus shifted from her personal life to her financial world. Headlines began swirling with claims that the Middleton family had used their wealth to buy influence or secure privileged opportunities for Pippa. Some critics even suggested her parents' success with their party pieces business wasn't enough to explain their comfortable lifestyle. One of the most persistent rumors? That Pippa's marriage to hedge fund manager James Matthews was less about love and more about money, that it was a strategic move to elevate her family's social standing. Others speculated that her in-laws' wealth meant Pippa had bought her way into an aristocratic circle she couldn't otherwise access. But how much truth is there to these whispers? People close to Pippa have pushed back strongly against these claims. Friends describe her marriage as one built on genuine affection, with James being known as quiet, grounded, and intensely private. Those who've spent time with the couple say they're happiest away from the spotlight, enjoying quiet country life rather than chasing headlines or social prestige. As for the Middleton family's wealth, financial analysts have pointed out that while Party Pieces was successful for many years, it wasn't the cash cow some tabloids implied. Much of their lifestyle, insiders say, was simply the result of years of hard work, smart investments, and living well within their means. And despite her marriage into a wealthy family, Pippa has continued to be financially independent, taking on paid writing projects and quietly investing in small businesses. Far from buying her social status, she seems content to let her actions speak for themselves, whether through her charity work, sports achievements, or professional ventures. But even as she's tried to carve out her own space, a shocking rumor from her past refused to fade, and it involved one of the most powerful men in the world. Just when it seemed like Pippa's life had settled into peaceful privacy, another wave of rumors hit the tabloids, this time linking her to none other than a billionaire tech mogul. Whispers circulated that long before marrying James Matthews, Pippa had once been romantically involved with a mysterious American billionaire during a holiday abroad. Some tabloids even claimed that this supposed relationship had led to lavish gifts and exclusive trips, fueling speculation that Pippa had been quietly dating influential men behind the scenes. Online forums buzzed with wild theories, connecting dots that may have never existed in reality. But here's the truth. No credible source has ever confirmed this alleged romance. In fact, those close to Pippa have dismissed the story as pure fabrication, a classic example of tabloids spinning fantasy into headlines. Even friends from her inner circle said they'd never heard of such a connection, calling it laughable and absurd. Yet the rumor persisted, becoming part of the mythology that often follows women in the royal orbit. It's a pattern seen before. Successful, attractive women linked to powerful men, even without evidence, simply because the public can't resist a juicy story. And through it all, Pippa Middleton has stayed remarkably silent. No denials, no interviews setting the record straight. Just quiet dignity as she focused on raising her children, supporting her husband's projects, and championing health and wellness causes. In many ways, that silence has been her greatest strength. By refusing to feed the gossip cycle, Pippa has kept control over her narrative. And while headlines will always swirl around those connected to royalty, she's shown she's much more than a tabloid figure. From marathon running to charitable initiatives, from public scrutiny to private triumphs, Pippa Middleton's story is still unfolding. And while rumors may come and go, one thing is clear. She's carved a path entirely her own, far beyond the shadow of any sister, scandal, or speculation. And maybe in the end, that quiet resilience is the most surprising twist of all.